Kay.
And I'm Didi.
Welcome to Kay and Didi.
Why don't we do another round? Run it back in overtime. I'ma beat it up for another round.
Wow, this is our first sit-down video and we are already pissing ourselves laughing. But anyways, let's get straight into today's video. So what are we talking about today?
So today is how you can pick the builder for your new build house.
Yes, so if you're interested in buying a new build house and you're a little bit worried in terms of how to pick a builder, you don't know who to go for, well, then this video is for you. So make sure to grab a cup of tea or whatever you like drinking, because this video might be a bit long, because we're gonna go through some tips and details on how you can choose the best builder for yourself.
Yeah, because not all builders are the same actually, and also the quality of houses that they build, from the brickwork to the worktop finishes, are different, so you need to know the differences between the builders, and from our experience we're going to let you guys know in this video, and just also how they approach you as well, like from a customer facing point of view.
Yeah, so as you know, we basically showcase properties on our channels and we visit different builders, different show homes basically, and I know sometimes show homes are not a good example of what you're gonna get, but a lot of the times they do paint the exact picture of what you will get when you do buy from a builder. So I would say the first thing, if you're looking to pick a builder, first of all you need to read up about them. So do your research first of all, find out who they are, how long they've been building houses for. Also, if maybe you have found a location where you want to buy your new build house, do research on that area as well, because sometimes I feel the way they build houses on certain locations might not be the same as another location, so bear that in mind.
Yeah, definitely. And also, as you're doing your research, look at sort of reviews, like actual verified buyer reviews of properties for that builder. And while you're doing this, also kind of take it with a pinch of salt, because some people complain about really mundane things and trivial things, whereas other people complain about genuine issues, like what do you call that?
The structure.
Yeah, well, the structure, and also there's a word for it actually.
Snagging.
It's like snagging. That's
Yeah.
it. Some people complain about genuine snagging, like, so, and you don't want that. You don't want to be 3 months in your new build and the ceiling falls in because or whatever, or there's huge cracks in your house.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's looking up reviews is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
And doing your research.
Yeah, the first thing, for sure, is doing your research, and I think that's the most important thing before you jump into anything, any contracts. Just make sure you read up reviews and things like that, and know what you're getting yourself into as well.
Yeah, and I'd say another thing as well that you can look into before you choose the builder is actually explore the market. Go to different builders, go to a location. If you say, okay, I want a 4-bedroom or 3-bedroom house, however many bedrooms, or even apartment, wherever, and then you find builders that are doing that. Easy. If you're in the UK, Rightmove, you just check out Rightmove, buy, set your location, set your filters, and then go to maybe a cluster area where they've got different builders. They might have Cala Homes, Taylor Wimpey, Barrett Homes, Bellway, all of those. And then that way you can see the quality of finish within the property. You can see the space of the rooms. I'm one for space. So you see how big each rooms are they proportional sizes? Are they proportionally built? Like, is it a square room, or is there like a big huge gap in the middle, or a wall in the middle of a room that they might call it a room but it's the size of a cupboard space because the way they laid that out. Also look at how they've decorated the properties as well, because some builders like to showcase the space of the room. Minimalist approach. Other builders like to throw in huge trees and all that stuff in it. So, which obviously takes away from the size of it. So look at all of these things, and also think about what it is you're looking for to begin with, and then see which builder kind of fits your style.
For sure. And I think sometimes people may tend to focus more on the big builders, the big names. I actually, through the years of seeing properties and visiting so many show homes and different properties, even not just show homes, even like ready to buy homes that we've seen that maybe sometimes we don't showcase on our channel, that are like empty, and maybe somebody has bought it, but the builders want to show us to give our so we can give our opinion on it. Sometimes I've found that the small builders are actually better than the bigger builders, because I find that they tend to put more time and effort in the houses because they have less houses to build. Whereas if you go for a much bigger builder, it's just
churning them out.
They're just ready to put out the next one. So they're not really taking their time to really make sure that house is good, built well, good quality and everything, and that's why you end up finding hundreds of snagging and whatnot. So whereas if you go for a more smaller builder, you might find that you don't get that many issues with it as well.
Yeah, and a couple of things as well on that. It's like the smaller builders, they're trying to get customers, whereas the bigger builders, they're already established, so people are running to them, And another thing is smaller builders, they have more time to have a one-to-one kind of requirements with you. Sit down and say, okay, what is it you need? We do this, we do that. Whereas bigger builders, they've already set out that catalog for that year of the designs, the kitchen designs, bathroom, all of that. So if you come and say, I want this type of kitchen, if it's not in their catalog, there's not much they're gonna do, because they know that you walk out that door, there's gonna be 5 more people walking in that door to replace you anyway. Whereas smaller builders, you walk out that door, they might not see another you for
a while.
Yeah. So they want to retain you, get you and retain you.
And another thing is also shop around, like Didi mentioned at the beginning, about visiting different builders. If you're looking maybe for a specific type of house, say a 4-bedroom like you mentioned, or 3-bedroom, definitely shop around, see what they're offering you, because sometimes you may think you're getting a good deal with a builder, but maybe if you go to another one, you might get better, like maybe extras, especially extras, because remember, a lot of the times, even based on our experience, you see a house, you think, especially a show home, you think that's what's going to come in your own house, and then you find that half of it doesn't even come with it. So bear in mind that there might actually be a builder out there who can offer you a lot of the stuff that you see in the show home. So maybe your back is turfed, or a 6-foot fence, or carpets, or flooring, or white goods. So whereas maybe another builder, maybe for the same price, they're offering you none of that, and that stuff costs a lot of money, thousands of money. So if you can shop around and see what everybody's offering you, then you choose the best one. I would say.
And from my experience, one of the things that you should bear in mind, not a lot of people actually think about this or know about this, is as a buyer, you actually have a bargaining chip, right? You're in the power to negotiate, and one of the ways that you can negotiate or know how far you can negotiate something is see what a builder is offering in terms of incentives, because the more they offer, like they can offer a common one is like LBTT payment. They'll pay towards your land, building and tax. Another one could be, okay, we'll tough this, we'll tough that. But the more that they offer, or the more extreme it seems that they're offering, the more desperate they are actually to sell off a number. So you could go there as a buyer knowing that these people are desperate, and if they're desperate to incentivize people, it means that not many people are buying. They have a particular number of houses that they need to be sold. They've already built them, they've already spent money building them, so they just need buyers. So you could go there as a buyer and say, actually, can I get this? You can start bargaining with them, because the more you bargain, the more they know, okay, you're interested. So the more likely they're going to play ball.
And another thing to also think about when you're choosing a builder, think about the price as well. Just because something is cheap doesn't mean it's good, and also just because something is expensive doesn't mean it's good. So find the fine line between that. And I'm not gonna throw anybody out there, but we have seen some builders.
But to be
and
fair,
it's a story to tell.
Yeah, and we'll tell
like, Like, no, we're not gonna mention who it is, guys, because we're not throwing anybody under the bus.
No, we won't mention who it is, but we'll tell. Like there was.
And also, you know,
there's a house. To be honest, I would have bought. Picture this. There's a house that we saw by a builder. It was a big house, but the price tag, to be honest, it attracted me. You know, but you go there. The windows, the wind is howling. You think someone's breaking into your house. Windows are flying up and down. The whole house is moving.
The whole house was shaking.
I would have sacrificed that for the price, though.
No,
I'll be there wobbling.
You'll be sleeping with one eye open because the roof is gonna curve in on you.
But at least I'll have a bargain.
He'll be like, yeah, but at least I paid £5 for this.
Yeah,
house.
exactly. I'll be mortgage free in 2 seconds. But I'm moving about. But yeah.
Whereas some builders, you literally cannot justify the price. So I'm like, how is this tiny house with like, and then they'll call it sometimes 4-bedroom, and I'm like, this is not a 4-bedroom house.
It's a 2-bed with 2 closets.
Yeah.
You get a but anyway.
The price is like crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like some of them tend to be really, really expensive. I think maybe I'm a little bit biased because I do have my favorite builders, and I think they go all out on everything.
Okay. You says actually it's a good one. You says you have your favorite builders. What makes them your favorite builders? What
I think for me, the space, they take that into consideration. The space, the quality, the build, the style of the house. So they're not going with what everybody's going for. Because sometimes, like you said, you go on Rightmove, right? You search for a 4-bedroom, and every single 4-bedroom house looks the exact same as the next, even though it's a different builder. It's like they all have the same person drawing up their plans.
Maybe.
So whereas the ones that I like, again, because I don't want to, I'm being neutral today. They just like, they're unique. The homes are unique. They're built different. Some of them, you go into the principal bedroom. The principal bedroom has a balcony. I mean, how many principal bedrooms has a balcony? Like, that's stunning. So for me, I'm taking that. Give me 5, give me 6, give me 7.
But that's when you get those, then those are the ones that are gonna be higher priced. But then again, would you spend an extra 200k on a house just because it has a balcony?
No, not really. They're not actually higher priced. They're actually priced based on the location and the market. So all I'm trying to say is that some builders may bump up the price for a house that's not worth it. And then you find that another builder, they have a much more beautiful house, and the space and the quality, even for me, even something as simple as doors. Like some of these houses, you go in and the door feels like sandpaper. Like if you kick that door, it's falling apart. The walls are cracking. The heaters are falling off. I mean, come on, let's be serious here. People are paying thousands of pounds for these houses. So just bear that in mind.
Hundreds of thousands. Actually.
Hundreds of thousands of pounds. So yeah.
But no, it's true. I mean, there's definitely a difference between the builders, but it's key to have an idea of what you're looking for to begin with, and definitely shop around. If you have the time, go and see a number of different builders, because when you first start off, you wouldn't know anything, and you don't know what you don't know, right? And then the more builders you speak to, the more you start speaking their language, and then the more right questions that you start to know what to ask. Like for instance, when we were looking for our house, we just went there totally ignorant. We didn't know what we were looking. We just needed walls. We just needed a certain amount of room. Then we got there, and then we started learning about things like LBTT, and we started learning things about the finishes of the worktops. Started learning about the price of kitchens,
factor fees, stuff as well.
All of that, and we didn't know. So the more we knew about that, we took into the next builder and says, how about this? Do you have any incentives? We didn't know builders could do incentives, or good incentives. Because
I think I remember at the beginning, right? We went into like the first builder we saw, and the reason we're saying shop around definitely is important, because at the beginning we liked this particular builder, and we just loved the house. We liked the location. It was perfect. The house was okay. It was okay. The price was good as well, and we were just like, right, give me 10. So we straight away we reserved the plot. we were ready to go, so it was off plan. We didn't actually see a show home for it. So we reserved it, and after that, I mean, the builder just started ignoring us. We would call, they wouldn't answer, you know, and obviously there's a time period of when you need to sign your
missive and all that.
So for us, we were thinking, well, that time has passed, like what's going on? And they were just not picking up their phones. So for us, it was just like, what is this? Because again, we didn't do our research. We just saw their houses and we were like, yep, take our money, which was silly of us. So that's why we don't want you guys to fall into the same trap, because in the end, what did we do?
In the end, we ended up finding the right one. And the reason why, for me, why it was the right one is because the rooms were a lot bigger, and it was a bigger house. And for me, on the outside, it did it for me, because I'm big on how a house looks outside. You know, it can look great inside, and outside it might look like a hospital. It's long and all these windows, but for me, I like to it makes sure it looks nice. So
and I think the reason why we ended up sticking to the second builder is because of how they treated us. So again, when you're choosing the builder, you know, bear in mind on how they're treating you. Don't just take anything, because it's your money. You're parting with your money, and these people are taking your money. They should treat you with respect. If you want information about what's going on your plot, if there's any issues, they should make sure they address them. You know, don't take anything. Don't be taking the make out of. So,
because the first builder, they gave us a number to call, but we couldn't reach, and then we later found out through our own research that number is not used anymore. They changed their number, so we're like, we weren't informed, but we've paid. It was a good amount of money to reserve the plot, you know, and the value of funny enough, that house was the same price as the house that we ended up settling with, but we got a lot more for our money
for sure,
from where we ended up settling. So that's a good thing. Don't just go for the first thing you see, or not everything that's glittered and not everything that's shiny is gold. I don't know. I probably just remixed that saying, but anyway, what I'm saying is, not everything that looks nice is genuinely nice. You know, so you just need to, it's worth it. So just need to shop around, read up about some builders, or better yet, check out more of our videos, and then you start to see patterns emerge in how properties are built, how builders do certain things, and the nuances between each of them.
So I mean, this video could go on and on and on. I think we'll definitely do a video on how to spot the different pricing in terms of house sizes, because we do a lot of houses, and a lot of them are like Didi said, some of them are like 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 5-bedroom. So you want to know how much those houses cost and what category they fall into. So bear that in mind, because you also don't want to, you see, we advertise maybe a huge house and maybe somebody thinks it's way cheaper, but you know. And I also think we're lucky, you know, up here in Scotland, like houses, a lot of people in England, like we see a lot of comments saying that, oh, it's much cheaper, and we get it good here.
Oh yeah, because I was even looking at I get notifications as like a property investor from people that, before it goes on the market, I get emails about it. And there's quite a few that I've seen in England, and I'm like, I see the price at first, I'm like, this is gonna be nice, because I'm comparing it to what I get in Scotland. And then I look at it, I'm like, it's like a 2-bedroom house for nearly $500,000. And I'm thinking, for $500,000 we can buy a castle here. Actually, I shouldn't tell you guys that. I don't want any competition, because I want to get a castle. But anyway, but point is, you get a lot more for your money here. You know, so but
for sure. And I think we can do another video where we compare different houses that are the same size, but like the floor plans, to see if you get better floor plans than the other. Because I think that's also good. And
also like what a certain amount of money can buy you in Scotland versus England, or even Wales or Ireland. So if that's something you guys actually want to see, let us know, and then we'll bring out videos, because those are actually fun videos to do.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed this chilled, relaxed video, and you've learned a thing or two. If you like this kind of videos, let us know in the comments.
Definitely, or hit us a line on the email or something like that, or get in touch.
Hope you guys are having a good day and weekend, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Why don't we do another round? Run it back.